Hello, y'all. Welcome back to the My Virgo Friend podcast. I am your host, CheChe, and happy Virgo New Moon. Let's jump right into our deep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. 4 deep breaths, and let's go for inhale. And take a sip of your beverage. And let's jump into our introductions. First of all, the Virgos. Happy birthday, Virgos. Capricorns and Tauruses. Cheers to the earth element. Cheers to the air. Libra, Libra. I keep saying Sagittarius. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Shout out to fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. And shout out to the water signs, Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpios. Cheers. Oh, can you tell I'm in the mood? Gosh, I recorded this episode yesterday. And of course, Zencaster popped up with the error message during my recording, but kept recording. It didn't kick me off like it was initially doing. It kept recording. So I recorded, I believe, a 52-minute episode yesterday. And when it was time to download, it's only 10% downloaded, and it's an error download, and it's stuck in my dashboard. And I tried to get technical support yesterday, and they weren't able to help me. So, fingers crossed that this one works today, because after I realized yesterday that it did not save, I didn't have the energy to re-record it because I was so frustrated. So, try not to be frustrated today. I've been in a pretty frustrated mood in general for this Virgo new moon, and it's kind of hard to shake, and it's very annoying. It's a very unsettling energy, but at the same time kind of like stuck in the energy, like where I just can't shake it off. So just feeling a little more emotionally stubborn right now. Like I mentioned, it is the Virgo new moon. So how has your energy been since over the weekend? The Virgo new moon was on Monday. So how has your energy and your thought process been the past couple of days? Okay. um, Remember, with new moons are all about new energy, new beginnings, new things, new ideas, new relationships, new perspectives, new homes, new cars, new babies, just new, right? New strength, new gym, new yoga place, new mentor, new mentee, whatever, just new energy coming into your life. And we have to remember that in order to fully receive something, right? Like, for example, if you're looking at your living room, or you're looking at your bedroom, you're like, hey, I want to update this space. I want to upgrade this. I want to get rid of this furniture and get some new furniture up in here, right? Like, if you want to replace your living room set, or if you want to replace your bed, you already have a bed or living room set in there, right? But it's used, it's worn, it's old, it's not meeting the need anymore. You've outgrown it. Yeah. It's just not your cup of tea anymore. It's just not your taste. And yeah, you just want to upgrade because you know that it's time for an upgrade. You feel it in your bones that it's just time to get some new energy up in here, right? So before you choose, before you, or after you've chosen, the new furniture that you want to replace, the new thing that you want to bring into your world, right? The manifestation you want to call forth into your life. In this instance, a new bed or new living room set. You go to the furniture store, you do your research, and you find you find the bed or that living room set or that piece of furniture, whatever, that you want to bring into your space that you want to replace that old thing with, right? Before you have the movers come and deliver it and set it up in your space, you got to get rid of the old, right? So, and that could be, based on you throwing it away or having the movers throw it away when they come and get when they come and deliver the new things, whatever. But the message is that you have to make space, right? You have to release the old. You have to relinquish the old. You have to give up the outdated. You have to decide that it's time for something new. You're worthy of an upgrade. It's okay to upgrade. Some people tend to hold on to the same idea, the same look, the same energy for decades, like the same style or the same pieces of furniture or the same diet, right? They don't improve the way they eat over time, or they don't improve their habits. Like they're doing the same stuff they've been doing since 10, 20, 30 years ago. And that thing can be something that's like not productive, not adding value to their life. It's served its purpose, but it's still in that person's headspace. So with this new moon of Virgo energy, this is the time to manifest new. This is the time to manifest different, a new pathway, um, a new chapter, hell, a new book if you want to. This is the time to plant those seeds for all of those things. So over the past couple of days, consider how your energy has been. Consider since, Labor Day weekend. How was your Labor Day weekend? What did you do? Did you enjoy it? Did you waste it? How was your emotions on Labor Day and that whole weekend? Were you happy? Were you uplifted? Were you frustrated? Were you sad? Emotional? Were you triggered? Did anything eventful happen? Did anything life changing, life altering happen? Did you gain a different or new perspective about something? Did you lose respect for something or somebody? Did you lose respect for yourself? How was your Labor Day weekend? Because that's when the full moon energy was here and thick and heavy. And like I said, new moon's all about new beginnings. So you may have had an experience where you meet someone new, right? Like you establish a new connection that later on may turn out to be something divine, but right now it may not seem like a big deal, but maybe later on, a connection that was made, within the Virgo new moon energy will turn out to be something very helpful to your life because Virgo is the sign of service. I'm lighting my Palo Santo stick in case you're watching on YouTube. But Virgo is the sign of service. Virgo is earth. It's the maiden, the virgin, the sign of service. It rules health and wellness. It's ruled by the gut intuition. Virgo is like an honorary air sign in my opinion because it is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication, news, and travel. And it also rules Gemini. So Gemini and Virgo share that in being ruled by Mercury. And Mercury energy is very mental, okay? So, with Virgo being an earth element, but having that dominant air quality to them, it makes us very much in our heads. We are characterized as being overly analytical, and in like a shadowy energy, we can come off as obsessed or as having, or there may be a higher tendency for Virgo to like be diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder because we just do have that overthinking personality. So we're very much in our heads, and but at the same time that can be very beneficial depending on what your career path is, right? Like there's a time and a place for everything. I'm trying to see, do I want that in the camera? Screw it. Yeah, let's let that be some type of vibes. Earth and air. See, we got the plant with the Palo Santo smoldering. There we go. But but yeah, so Virgo energy is earth energy, but it is that dominant air quality to go with it. Okay. So with the Virgo new moon, you may find yourself very much in your head. Like for me, I've been so in my head the past couple of days, like just in this frustrated mood that's been hard to shake for me. And it is very frustrating, but it is how I feel. Not again, not quite sure why I feel like this. But I've been sharing my journey with y'all. I'm not going to stay on this too long, but I've been sharing my journey with y'all, and you know, um, just still working through stuff. Remember, if you're going through a healing process, if you're going through a grieving process of anything, remember it takes time. If you're going through a growing process where you've planted the seeds a while ago, but you're still not seeing the fruits of your labor, being appreciated, you're not seeing the rewards come through, you're not seeing the acknowledgement, you're not getting the reward and honor and praise you were expecting. It's okay. Like, just keep giving it time. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. I know for me, I've been very much in a hypercritical state of mind the past couple of days, and I know, just from me studying astrology, that it's because of this Virgo energy, and it's because of this Virgo new moon energy. So just be aware of your thoughts. And something that I heard recently that's really been sticking with me is, if you are overthinking, right? If you just have this mental stress and it's just you're mentally overwhelmed, right? If you're mentally overwhelmed, have all these ideas, just so much in your head, right? If you're lacking inspiration, if you're lacking creativity, if you're feeling stuck, read. Okay? If you're feeling mentally stuck, lacking creativity, read. All right? So hopefully that will help you to stay in some type of momentum, staying in some type of movement, because we as spiritual beings, we as creative beings, it's so important that we continue to harness our art, harness our energy to serve and to serve ourselves, right? Because I'm sure if you have something you're creative and really passionate about, it makes you come alive, right? Like it breathes life to you in a certain way. It's been healing for you in some kind of way. So you want to make sure you keep that alive. And sometimes we can flow in the stream of consciousness, and we can create, and we can be, and we can live in a moment, and we could just come up with these amazing and beautiful things. But then there are times where we just don't have it, and it's okay. And there's times where you just don't have it, and then you start beating yourself up, and then you want to give up, and then you second guess yourself, and then you just stop practicing altogether, you stop performing altogether, right? All because you allowed your thoughts to get away from you. And with this Virgo energy, Virgo does have the stereotype or the reputation of like perfectionism. And that's not to necessarily say that Virgos are perfect, but there is this focus and attention to detail. It's this focus on, you know, organization and being the sign of service. And it's like, do unto others as you want to do unto you, right? So just like I want it done right, so I expect you to get it done right, and with this Virgo energy, it's just so easy to allow your mind to get away from you and thinking that you're not doing enough, and thinking that you could be better, you could be more perfect, like, and just hypercritical. Like last week or a week or so ago, I watched Black Swan for the first time in years, and that is such a Virgo movie. If you hadn't watched Black Swan with Natalie Portman, shout out to Natalie Portman. I forgot what sign she is. I feel like she's an Aquarius though. I wish she was a Virgo, but I feel like she's not. And she gives me like Scorpio moon energy or Scorpio rising. Well, no, not Scorpio rising, but I mean with Scorpio moon energy. But anyway, love Natalie Portman. She's one of my favorite actresses. And Black Swan, I just feel like it's such a Virgo movie because it is about perfectionism. It is about being studious and being number one and being the top dog, and but having that innocence and having that sweetness and that dainty conservativeness, right? So yeah, if you haven't seen Black Swan, if you haven't watched Black Swan in a while, that's your homework. I want to say it's on Hulu. If you have Hulu, it should be on there, okay? But yeah, with the Virgo new moon energy, be mindful of your thoughts. Journal if you hadn't been journaling thus far. If, like I said, if you've been mentally stuck, pick up a book and read. Go look at your library real quick. Go look at your collection of books and see what books you can pick back up. Like, for example, from here, I see Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I bought like 5 of these books years ago, and my intention was to give them out as gifts, and I still don't think I've given it out. Um, I see Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. I know that Think and Grow Rich is over there. Like, there's several books I can pick up at my disposal to be inspired again, to get a recharge. But if I'm being real, what takes up my time? TV, whether I'm watching it intentionally or not, whether I'm watching a podcast to learn and get ideas and tips, or just watching a stupid ass movie that I hunted for 10 to 15 minutes and then just decided and settled for this stupid ass description and trailer that I already have an idea that's not going to be good. Let it play while I'm eating food just to be pissed off, uninspired, still wasted time, right? I've got to get out of that habit of thinking that the TV playing in the background is helpful. No. Maybe when I was in college, maybe when I was in, my early 20s, in college, maybe I could do work with the TV on in the background. But as I'm in my early 30s, that is just not the case anymore, okay? Come on, Deans. And so if that resonates with you, um like maybe you can't listen to rap music, hip hop music, rock music in the background or in your earphones while you're working because it's more of a distraction now. Like maybe like years ago it used to be helpful and it used to give you inspiration, but maybe now you're realizing, it's a little more distracting than I realized, okay? So, and again, that's that Virgo energy of like, how can I study better? How can I perform better? Well, what are my study skills like? What are my study habits, right? Study habits like? What is my work ethic like? So think that about yourself. And when you think about work ethic, think about someone's work ethic that you admire, someone's work ethic that you look up to, okay? And consider what it is about them and their work ethic that turns you on, that you find admirable, because if they could do it, you could do it too. If you have studied for something or you have performed and it wasn't quality A, it wasn't top tier, it wasn't first place, and lately you've been feeling down in the dumps because you feel like a failure and all this stuff, that's just experience, okay? There's always somebody else that's done it. Study their strategy, study their work ethic, study their technique, okay? Because it's not out of reach for you. And this Virgo new moon energy, it can be very easy to fall into this mindset and thinking that you're not qualified, you're not good enough, and that people don't want to see you or hear from you or want to see you win. When that's not the case at all, maybe you just need to hone in on your craft. You just need to give it more time to settle in. Give yourself more time to settle in, It's quite all right. It's okay. But just be, gentle with yourself. Be mindful that there's always room to grow. There's always new things to do, okay? There's always new techniques to take, okay? Oh, this came off. Um, but what else? Also, your health. Be mindful of your health and well being. And that's going to be spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, all of the lees, okay? All of the lees. Check in with yourself. Let's take a sip, y'all. Okay. So I think I'm about to go ahead and do a reading because, like I said, I've recorded a 52 minute episode yesterday and it did not save. So far, so good. No error message. I think I just have to restart my computer every time I'm about to record a podcast episode, just like all the cookies and shit and cache is all cleared out and stuff, because I'm thinking maybe that's what it was. I probably just had my computer on too long since the last restart and it was just acting up. That's what I'm gonna go with because Zencaster support did not help me. So yeah, let me go ahead and get into this reading because I don't intend on making this reading super long. But yeah, let me stage these cards. I used these cards yesterday, did a reading. It was so cool because the two cards that popped out yesterday was the Balsamic Moon, a time for healing. It was only one card that popped out. I was shuffling for such a long time, and that was the only card that popped out. So I said, screw it, that's the only one. And in the middle of my shuffle, the card is no. When this card flipped out for the first time, this was on the bottom of the deck. New Moon and Aries, it's time to take action. And then after I kept shuffling for a while, and then just decided, screw it, I'm just gonna make this the last one. Hit the cards, looked at the bottom of the deck, and it was the New Moon Aries again, y'all. So it was only these two cards that showed up yesterday, but I'm gonna sage the cards and then do a separate reading today. But just so you know what popped out yesterday, okay? So yeah, your health and well-being, be mindful of that, keep that in check. Are you drinking your water? I know over Cancer season and Leo season, I was very much dehydrated. I'm getting better with that in Virgo season. So I know a couple of people that I was talking to, they also was saying how I know some other people that I was talking to, they was also saying that they found themselves to be more dehydrated than usual during Cancer season and Leo season. And I called it too. Go back and listen to the episodes from Cancer season and Leo season. I definitely, or even Gemini season leading up to Cancer season, I very much said, be on your hydration because you're going to be dehydrated more than usual with that Cancer energy and then that fiery Leo burnout energy. So yeah, y'all. Uh give me 3 pop out cards for the Virgo new moon reading. Like want it right over the smoke. I want the smoke. I want the smoke. My birthday's in a week. I placed the order with Fashion Nova last night. Hey. So for um I'm excited for that shipment to come. I need to order me a purse. Ooh, these little floaters from the Palo Santo. Do y'all ever see like these little black floaters when you like Palo Santo? They look like little eyelashes. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? 3 pop out cards for the Virgo New Moon Oracle reading. But what else? Health and well-being. Yeah, because like y'all, I literally recorded this whole episode yesterday. Like I was on a roll with the recording too. It's still in the dashboard, but it's just showing up as 10%. And I'm not sure how they can retrieve that. But I'm not going to delete it. But it's in there. It just won't download fully. And like I was on a roll with like the energy yesterday. But it just frustrated me so bad that it like deleted. But that's just a reminder to me to get a grip on it because I do want to go back to having guests on the show. I just hadn't reached out in a while. Oh, this one flipped over. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. It's a purple card. Bottom of the deck is full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming, which is in Sagittarius season. All right, I want 2 more pop out cards. two more pop out cards. Oh. Full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches is the second card. Full moon in Aries happens in Libra season, so that's going to be in October. Ooh, and two cards popped out together. Your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon, and then communication is key, new moon and Gemini. These two came out together. So we'll keep those two together. Bottom of the deck is new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. So this to me feels like overall message, new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. We see this woman with her back turned. She actually looks like me, actually. She has her back turned. She has long hair. She's holding this water basin and she's pouring the water out, but the water is then surrounding her. So this is Aquarius energy. The new moon in Aquarius happens in Aquarius season. So that's going to be the end of January to about right after Valentine's Day. So think like Martin Luther King Day to like February 20th is Aquarius season. So the four cards that want to come out. First card is North Node, step out of your comfort zone. Second card, full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. And then the two cards that came out together, first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested with the new moon in Gemini, communication is key. The new moon in Gemini, of course, happens in Gemini season, which is like May 22nd to like June 22nd. So the first card, North Node, step out of your comfort zone. It's the color purple, which represents crown chakra energy. We see it has the North Node symbol, which looks similar to that Leo symbol. But this is the North Node symbol, okay? So everyone has a North Node and a South Node. Your North Node is basically the life path and the reason that you are incarnated in this lifetime. Your South Node is the reason, the zodiac energy you and the lessons learned in your past lifetimes, okay? So based on what your South Node is, the sister sign of that South Node will be the North Node, okay? For example, if you have your South Node in Pisces, okay, your North Node is in Virgo. If you have your South Node in Libra, like myself, and in this situation, you know, Libra is all about the scales, balance, relationship, fairness, love, because it's ruled by Venus, you know. And it's like the storybook romance for me, right? So it's very sweet, very beautiful. So with the Libra energy, South Node, I needed to learn about my place in relationships, not, you know, relinquishing my power and energy to my partner, but also standing up and serving as a powerful role in the relationship as well, and being okay with my independency, like, you know, working through my codependent issues in relationships is what the lesson is for like Libra South Node. But then when you have the North Node in Aries, North Node in Aries, Aries is fire, right? The opposite of Libra's air energy, okay, which is very idealistic, very logical, where fire, Aries fire is very passionate, okay, hot, fiery, right? So with this North Node in Aries, it's all about being independent rather than codependent. It's all about being me first rather than saying, oh, I can go second after you, you're better than me. No, like Aries energy is no, this is what I want. I don't give a damn what anyone else has to say. This is what I want to do, and I'm going to act on it, and I'm going to strike while the iron is hot. Rather than Libra energy of wanting to talk it out, talk it through, make it nice and sweet, and make it fair for everybody, where everyone wins. No, Aries energy is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the masculine energy. It's fire, it's hot, it can be aggressive, it represents power, sex, work, sweat, energy, just in general, just divine masculine energy. So That's pretty much my understanding, at least, of having a North Node in Aries. So, if you know at least one of your at least North or South Node, just know that the sister sign is going to be the opposite of that. Okay. So, like I said, Libra with Aries, Virgo with Pisces, Aquarius with Leo, Scorpio with Taurus, and Sagittarius with Gemini, and I believe, and Cancer with Capricorn. I believe that's everybody. Yeah. And Gemini with Sagittarius. Yeah, yeah, it's everybody. Okay, so step out of your comfort zone. So, with the North Node energy, like I said, it is the message. No, girl, I don't. Step out, North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Um, Sorry, I just got a text that came through and it just like distracted me. Step out of your comfort zone, right? So your North Node and Aries in North Node energy, right? So it's going to be different for everybody. Do your own research on your natal chart to see what your North Node is. But with this card here, it's saying North Node, step out of your comfort zone, right? Um, so that means learning the lessons of what that South Node is. So this will also be some homework from me to you. Look at what your South Node is. Study that zodiac sign and reflect if you do that shit. Reflect if, oh yeah, I am kind of codependent. Oh yeah, I do kind of play small and, put other people on this pedestal. And I do kind of cower away from using my power. And, oh yeah, I am kind of hypercritical. I could learn to tone that down. Or, oh yeah, I do kind of obsess over my appearance and I do need to like kind of cower away from that. Whatever your lesson may be best based on your zodiac sign, I want you to look into that and then look into the characteristics of the North Node, okay? And see if you naturally do those characteristics, if you naturally have that energy in you and in your personality. And if you don't, consider how you can implement that energy into your day to day. For example, if you know that you have a codependent nature where you pretty much can't do something unless it's with someone or with someone's permission, and or if you want to move more into the energy of, I need to be more independent. I need to stop asking so many people for advice that I already know starts with me, right? I need to stop asking people, oh, where should I go for this? Where should I go for that? Damn, it doesn't matter if you haven't even started, you just keep stalling because you keep asking for advice. And it's like, no, be independent enough to believe what you say is right. Be independent enough to do it your damn self, okay? Um, and get out of your comfort zone because you may be used to having someone else there. you know for me, a spouse, I'm divorced now, and that's an energy that I'm learning, with time. That's what I'm learning about, like how to go through life without having a spouse now. um Shout out to the widowers. My love to you, my heart, my sympathies to you. I just took a sip for the widowers. Please make sure you are taking care of yourself. Take a moment to breathe. Inhale. Remember to take care of yourself, okay? It's okay to lean into the independent energy. It's okay to tap into, just deciding that your ideas are good enough. Your plan of action is good enough. You just have to start, you know? You just have to start. And full moon and Aries energy, this is in Libra, okay? Right? So I kind of like, I'm gonna take this message from me, frankly, because North Node and Aries, North Node energy is me going to Aries energy, right? But anyway, Full Moon in Aries says the second card that popped out, Full Moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. On the card, we see a full moon with the Aries ram centered right in the center of this blood moon. Like, the moon is amber in color. It's given, blood moon energy. Okay. So the full moon in Aries happens in Libra season, which Libra season begins like September 22nd to like October 22nd. Okay. So shout out to the Libra babies and shout out to the September Libras. Okay. Y'all extra special. But yeah, the full moon in Aries energy, like I said, happens in Libra season. I want to say this is also going to happen while Mercury is in retrograde. So heads up on that. Be mindful of that. Mercury retrograde is when the Mercury energy slows down, giving a retrograde effect, and communication, news, and travel tends to be disrupted. We'll talk more about that in a couple of weeks. A fiery climax approaches. Okay, I feel like as you lean into the energy that is stepping out of your comfort zone and that's challenging you and that's pushing you to a limit and that's causing you to reevaluate yourself, it's making you consider how you can be better. It's forcing you to think outside of the box. It's forcing you to change your perspective, or maybe even you know, be with different people. Maybe stepping out of your comfort zone is changing your environment. And because you've changed your environment, now you've met someone and it's hot and heavy in this Libra energy, in this Libra season. And y'all are just going full force, Aries, Ram, fire style. Like this love just came out of nowhere, all because you changed your routine. And because you changed your routine, your energy has changed, your mindset has changed, and your lifestyle has changed, and how you dress and how you carry yourself, how you beautify and glorify yourself has changed, and you've improved how you present yourself to the world. And now things are starting to come full circle for you because you're realizing your worth. You're stepping outside of zone and allowing yourself to be bigger and to be grander and to take up more space in the room, right? Look at this full moon Aries card. It's about taking up the whole card, you know? So just allowing yourself to have your fans flamed, okay? And allowing yourself to bend the rules, or hell, even break the rules if you want to, depending on what it is. Maybe you have to pioneer something. Maybe you have to innovate something. Perhaps you have to switch it up. Perhaps you have to consider how things can be better for you. How can your life be upgraded? Because if there's anything I know about Aries and Libra energy, those are two of the more beautiful signs. They really put effort into their appearance. They are about the aesthetic, okay? They are about dressing well and just being very well put together, okay? So shout out to the Aries and Libras. And they're both cardinal sign energy too, now that I think about it. And cardinal energy is go, like it's that initiation energy. It's proactive, it's planning, it's getting it done, right? It's the initiation energy. It's striking while the iron is hot. It's go energy. Okay, so I'm gonna say with this Virgo energy, go Virgo energy, go energy. All right, this is time for you to plant the seeds. This is harvest season. This is the time for you to nurture those seeds, nurture your relationships. I said this last time. I either said this last episode that with the air recording or the episode before this, but nurture your relationships, okay? Reach out to people. It's the beginning of holiday season, okay? So this is the time you start circling back and making contact with people that you hadn't heard from since last September, last March, since New Year's, whatever. Go ahead and start making that connection, so then it's not like you asking for something when you need a reference for your resume at the beginning of the year. Okay, so go ahead and start making those connections with people. And yeah, nurture your relationships, strike while the iron is hot. This fiery climax, it could be for you or it could be involving another person, but either way, the go energy is here. And then the final two cards that popped out we're looking at here is communication is key, which is new moon in Gemini. We see the blue color, new moon. So we see the dark moon above the Gemini twins. We see the two beautiful women here with long hair looking in opposite directions. They're back to back. One has her eyes open, looking ahead, and the one behind her has her eyes closed, but she's facing to the past, right? She's facing to the left. So she has her eyes closed to the past. And the twin that has her back to her is looking towards the right, looking forward, looking onward, eyes open. New moon in Gemini. This happens in Gemini season, so that's going to be around May 22nd to June 22nd. It is spring energy. It's refreshing energy. We see the blue color here, so that's giving throat chakra energy. We know that Gemini is an air sign. It is a mutable air sign, so it's adaptable in communications. It's adaptable in conversation. They can think on their feet. They're witty. They're charming. They can keep you entertained. Okay, so that could be with the facts and receipts, or it could be with lies and embellishments. Okay, because they can think on their feet, and they do have that dominant Mercury energy, so it's going to have that ability to switch it up mentally. Okay, so that's a great thing to have if you're in any type of marketing or communications industry. Having that Mercurial or Gemini energy will serve you well. But communication is key, okay? And like I said, the blue represents the throat chakra. And we know throat chakra is all about speaking your truth, with this blue energy, true blue, right? When it comes to the throat chakra, a healthy throat chakra is being able to say what you mean and mean what you say, not holding back your words because you're concerned about judgment from other people, or you're concerned about saying the wrong thing. You're just calling it like it is. You're presenting the facts. You're showing up for yourself, okay? And also it's getting that practice out there to speak. So maybe practicing motivational speaking. Maybe you are a coach, a teacher, a leader of some sort, and you just have to step into that energy of speaking up more. Maybe you're realizing that you are born for leadership roles, and now you're feeling it's confirmation for you to lean more into speaking up more. Or maybe you're in a repressed relationship, a repressed situation, a repressed job, a repressed love affair, a repressed friendship, where you've been biting your tongue, you've been holding back tears, you've been screaming in pillows, you've been screaming in silence, you've been punching things and breaking things because you just don't have the right words to say how frustrated you are, how disappointed and hurt you are, how pissed you are, how you just and that blockage where it feels like it's a lump in your throat and it's hard to swallow. Like I've been feeling like that tingly feeling right before you have an allergic reaction, before your throat closes up. I think, or like it's like a hairball in the back of your throat. Like I've just been feeling like I have a little less swallow room. I'll say that. I feel like I have a little less swallow room in my throat. And I've been feeling like that all Virgo season. Okay. So Cancer and Leo season had me dehydrated. Now Virgo season, my throat closing up. But if you've been feeling like that restricted feeling in your throat, that can also be an indicator that you need to exercise your throat chakra more. So how can you charge up your throat chakra? Of course, channeling the color blue, because blue represents the throat chakra. And it's, of course, right here, placed at your throat, at your voice box. And eating blue things, so eating blueberries, drinking blue drinks, okay, consuming healthy drinks and food that are blue, not yellow, not number blue, dye blue and stuff like that, not artificial blue, y'all. I mean literal blue foods and blue drinks that are healthy and good for you. Wearing the color blue, looking at the color blue, just channeling the color blue. Okay, do your own research to see what that means. Do your own research on chakra therapy and color therapy. Okay, the second card that came out on top of the new moon in Gemini, communication is key, is first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. Okay. Your commitment is being tested. So the color of the card is again purple. Okay, so we have blue and purple together. That's going to represent crown chakra as well as third eye energy. Okay, so between the throat chakra and the crown, we have the blue, purple, indigo colors going on. All right. The first quarter moon, we see that the moon is kind of like split in half, pretty much. It's half illuminated and then half shadow, like as it would with the new moon, but illuminated as it would with the full moon, half and half. Okay, but we see that the moon is parting the cloudy skies, and we see that as it's parting the cloudy skies, it's actually a starry sky, right? It's just that the clouds was covering up the sky, the starry night sky. And again, the moon is split down the middle. It looks like a black and white cookie or the yin and yang sign, but with the line straight down the middle. And like I said, the illumination and the darkness is working together to part these cloudy skies. That's what the message is coming to me. And your commitment is being tested, all right? So I would say, it's like because the clouds are heavy, they're thick, right? So it may not be so easy or so quick to whip them away or to part them away, right? To break through that cloudiness, to break through the smoke and mirrors. It may take some time, right? It may take you being committed to yourself first, and then being committed to your art, being committed to your craft, and seeing how that works out first before the clouds dissipate, before the confusion and the worry dissipates, before the clouds of judgment dissipates, or the thickness of self-doubt and worry and anxiety, before all of those clouds dissipate. You have to tap into your darkness and allow yourself to illuminate, allow yourself to be illuminated, okay? It's when we face our shadows, it's when we give light to our darkness that we can face ourselves, right? That we can face our trauma, and we can face the clouds of despair, where we can't face these clouds of frustration, these clouds of confusion, right? It's when we do the work on ourselves and for ourselves, when we can get the clarity, right? And have appreciation that the dark parts of us, the darkness, it can shine and it can hang and be appreciated as well as my lightness, okay? As my illumination, as the parts that I reveal to the world and that the world sees and chooses to see in me. My darkness and my lightness can be appreciated and can be seen. So I feel like with your commitments being tested, it's all about being committed to you first, being committed to understanding who you are, what you like, what your intentions are, what lights you up, what pisses you off, what hurts you, what gives you encouragement, what gives you fulfillment. What do you love to do? How do you want to spend your time? How do you want to enjoy your time? And how do you want to enjoy your energy? Be true with yourself. Be real with yourself, okay? Communication is key, not just what we tell other people, but most importantly, what we tell ourselves, okay? What do you really want to do? What do you love? Who do you love? Okay? Are you done? Or do you want to continue on this journey? Because you have the absolute power of free will. You have the power to change your trajectory. You have the power to step out of your comfort zone. It doesn't have to be like this uncomfortable, unfulfilling life that you think it has to be? Like these are the four cards again, right? So, how are you going to step out of your comfort zone? In what area of your life do you need to step out of your comfort zone? Okay. Is it your finances? Do you need support there? Like what I was saying yesterday on the air episode, I was the main message I kept saying, it's okay if you realize that you need a little extra help right now. okay? Because we are in the ninth month, we're in the final quarter of the year. Fall is coming up soon, okay? So if you know that you hadn't reached the potential or the goals that you set out for yourself last September, last New Year's, last January, okay? Consider the progress you've made and be real with yourself. Have I reached the goals? Have I made it to the level I expected of myself? No? Okay. Well, something's got to change. If you know that you haven't had the support and you've dibble dabble back and forth with getting a coach, a mentor, a therapist, a nutritionist, um, whatever, an assistant, an investor, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever. If you know that you need the support because you've been trying to do it by yourself and it just hasn't worked, it hasn't yielded the outcome and the results you need for fulfillment, it's okay to say that you need help and make a change, because some people, ride in that pride of, oh, I did it myself, I'm man-made, I'm a one-woman show, I don't need no help, I could do it myself, I'm saving money, blah blah blah. But at some point you may need help, you may need support, and that's okay, right? But also, if you know that you've always been a plus one. You've always done things in a partnership. You've always done things in a, oh, well, let me ask this person if they want to do it with me. And it's just been hard for you to break away in your independence, or so you thought. Whereas you may have had this dynamic where you've always been in a partnership. It's always you and so and so, you and so and so. You always in a dynamic partnership, right? In a buddy buddy thing. But now you're realizing, well, shit, it's always me. I'm the star, really? Or I'm the one that's doing all the work? Or actually, I'm the one that's bringing in most of the money? Or actually, I don't even need their help. I'm actually mentoring them and I'm not getting any type of value in return. Or they're literally just wasting my time. Like every time I leave from them, I feel overworked and underappreciated. Or every time I leave from them, they use me for my goods, they use me for my art and my services, and then they don't show any type of appreciation to me. I don't like that or respect that. So, yeah, if you've been in that energy and realizing that being in a partnership is harming you, then it's more than it's helping you. It's taking more than it's giving, and you just feel like there's an imbalance of value reciprocity. Maybe it's time for you to make that change and go solo, to go more independent, whatever it means to step outside of your comfort zone. Tap into that, because a fiery climax can approach. A full circle can happen. A whole new beginning can set ablaze. Aries energy is pioneering energy. It's innovative energy. It's lone wolf, solo dolo energy. Okay. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I'll meet y'all there, but I'm gone. Okay. I'm first, I win. I'm first, I win. Okay. They're all about go energy. This is Mars energy. Okay. You need to take this Mars energy and pair it with this Venus energy. Okay. Because remember, Libra, full moon in Aries happens in Libra season. So Libra season is ruled by Venus, which is divine feminine energy, the opposite of Mars. So I need you to take the Mars divine masculine energy of Aries and pair it with the divine feminine of Venus that rules Libra season, which occurs with the full moon in Aries. Okay. I need you to use that divine and divine feminine, divine masculine energy together to step out of your comfort zone. Use what you got to get what you want. Okay. You have everything you need to succeed. You have all that you need as long as you have your faith in God, which is ultimately faith in yourself, because you are made in God's image. You are the hands and feet. He lives in you, through you. She lives in you, through you, all around you, through your ancestors, through your soon to be offspring, whatever in the cells in your body is of God. Every cell in your body is of God. The life forms around you are of God, okay? So use this divinity, this divine energy that you have to be an alchemist, to manifest what you want. Step out of your comfort zone and dream a little bigger. Step out of your comfort zone and take up a little more space. Step out of your comfort zone and shine a little brighter and go a little harder for what you want. Lastly, communication is key. Speak up. If you want it, go get it. If you mean it, say it. And as you continue to tap into your truth, as you continue to get comfortable with using your voice and speaking up for yourself, you will learn you will learn what it means to be committed to you and being committed to your growth and committed to your evolution. And as you commit yourself and to your evolution and to your growth, then other people will see that. They will get witness for that, right? And they will see how, wow, he is embracing their darkness and they're still so beautiful. That's tapping into, you know, some deep stuff we had no idea about. And wow, they're creating some beautiful art because of it. Let me step out their way. And then the clouds will part. You know the saying, your gifts will make room for you. God will make space for you. Your name is being mentioned in rooms. Your feet are already in rooms that you know nothing about. It's giving me that energy, right? Like the clouds of despair, the clouds of judgment will get out of your way as you grow more committed to yourself, as you tap more into yourself and speak your truth and be you more and tap into your duality, because Gemini does rule duality. As you tap in more into your duality and allow yourself to be appreciated for your lightness and darkness, the commitment to not only yourself will grow, but the universe will echo that, and people will begin being committed to you, committed to your growth, committed to understanding you, committed to supporting you, committed to loving you, because they see the commitment modeled by you first. You teaching us how to treat you. We teach people how to treat us all the time by how much or how little we respect ourselves, okay? So be committed to your growth and speak up. I'm going to go ahead and end it there because I literally said I wasn't going to do a long session today, but of course, your girl can talk. So, thank you for joining me for another episode of the My Virgo Friend podcast. Remember, I put the visuals on YouTube, y'all. So, if you listen on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or TuneIn or iHeart or Stitcher or Amazon Music or any of those other platforms, remember, you can watch it on YouTube too, okay? And you can just let it play in the background, so you girls can get the views up and share with your friends. Leave me some comments. Let me know you're watching it. I love to see comments. I love to see engagement and feedback. Thank you for the DMs, for letting me know that you're watching the My Virgo Friend podcast and that you're listening to the My Virgo Friend podcast. It means so much to me. And yeah, shout out to my ladies at Spirit Soul Studio, Melissa and Tiffany. What's up, ladies? And just thank everyone for your continued support. Thank you for letting me know how the podcast is helping you, impacting you. I would love to get your reviews emailed to me if I've had any type of influence on you as an intuitive coach or as a choreographer, dance instructor, as a yoga instructor. If I've impacted your life in any kind of way, please email me. I would love to include your reviews so I can post them, okay? Email me at CheChe, CheChe, at myvirgofriend.com. It will mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Also, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or any platform and you're able to leave me a 5-star review, please do that for me. Write me a 5-star review. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, look at see all episodes, scroll all the way down to the bottom. You should see the stars. Open, write a review. Write me a quick little review real quick. It'll take all of like 2 minutes, right? So please, thank you in advance for doing that for me. And let's cheers, y'all, to this Virgo new moon and using this energy to our benefit. I'm drinking moon water. Shout out to the Moonlight Retreat. Got my rose quartz and my moon water that I've been having charged in the past couple of days. But yes, that's the end of the My Virgo Friend podcast, you guys. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Remember to breathe and remember to do your affirmations. I am in the best phase of my life. I am in the most successful phase of my life. I love money and money loves me. Every dollar I spend is multiplied by 10 and returns back to me immediately. My talents have made space for me. I do not chase, I attract. What is mine simply finds me. I reside in love. I radiate in love. I resonate in love. I walk in love. And that's it, y'all. And I love y'all so much. I love you. Thank you so much. Bye.